How did you find us and what made you reach out to us?
So this is the way it got started. I had a card through Sam's, so I started there, and I thought, okay, well, this ought to be, I've got a membership, maybe that will help. It didn't help at all. I sent in the information. I got information back from dealerships, and the MSRP price was thousands of dollars over what was quoted by Sam's. So I said, okay, that's not going to work. And I knew that I didn't want to go into a dealership to have the same experience that I did about 6-7 years ago. So I looked up New Car Advocate. And then that's when YCBA came up, and that's how I found it.
There are some other people that are doing something, similar to what we're doing. What made you choose us?
Well, the reason that I chose you is because yours was the first one that popped up. And after I read your biography, I said I didn't have to go any further. I knew this is where I needed to be.
You were looking for a car for 8 months prior to reaching out to us, right?
The information and the response I was getting back, I said, okay, well, let me have your out the door price and let me know if there's any incentives, which at that time, I got very little response. I said, okay. So I sit down with my wife. I said, this is not working. What can I do? And that's when I found, when I put in New Car Advocate, that's when your website came up.
You were trying for months prior to us to reach out to dealerships to have them send you the price of the car. And you, from what you just said to me, nobody was even giving you that information, even though you were reaching out to them. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, there were 2 dealerships that sent me information, and I told them exactly what I wanted. And they sent me a sort of like a proposal, and it had all these different add-ons. Well, I didn't want all these add-ons. I know I didn't need them.
Right.
And I'm looking at, just thousands and thousands of dollars of just pure nothing that I didn't want. And that was excluding the taxes and the title registration fees and so forth. And so I said, there's got to be a better way. There just has to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I didn't think about this earlier, but that's at that point, I got to the point where, I've got to get another car. We have been a 2-car family, and I needed a car. So I said, okay, let's go to the website and look up New Car Advocate. And that was it. That's how I found you, and I've got the car, and I couldn't be happier.
Okay, and you got the exact car that you wanted, right? Color combination.
Absolutely.
Back trim. How was your experience with Monique?
Oh, I rated a 10, easy.
Oh, thank you.
I can promise you that if there's anybody that approaches me about, okay, I've got to buy a new car, I need a new means of transportation, I'm going to refer them right to Monique, because this is the smoothest car buying situation that I've ever experienced in my life. I would not do it otherwise. I couldn't do it myself. I knew I couldn't. And I'm glad that I found YCBA.